Happy Monday, everybody. How awesome is that song? When it really gets rolling, oh my God, it gives me chills. That is my new favorite song of all time, which is probably a good thing because we're going to be hearing it, I'm going to guess, at least 20 times over the next month. This is another extremely long game. Let's do this here. Greetings, friends, and welcome back to another episode of DreamWizard Plays number 723. A return to the Somnium Files. nirvanA Initiative, episode 1. I see we got Yona in the chat. I'm here, Ben. Also, Nyes is connected to real-life evil cult gang. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. What does surprise me is I'm a little chilly. See, it says this thermometer. I swear to God, it's not accurate at all. I was sweating earlier when it said it was the same temperature, and now I'm kind of chilly because I turned the heat down a little bit, but that thing hasn't changed. I don't know what's going on. Probably all the heat's near the top of the ceiling at this point. Let's do the housekeeping and we'll get into the game. Why are we staring at this screen, by the way? Because this is one of those games where I think we're going to be dumped into a cutscene right off the bat, and I don't want you all to miss anything. You're going to witness me launching this game for the first time. We're going to cross our fingers and hope it works. So far, we are solid. I'll get to that in a second. Hang on. Let's do the housekeeping. Would you kindly like, share, and subscribe? Tell your friends to jump into the chat right now on Rumble and YouTube. Leave a like and a comment on the X platform. Yes, we are solid on all three platforms. I was expecting first day of a new game, technical difficulties. There was a Streamlabs OBS update, and I'm like, oh no, I just fixed it and everything's broken again. But apparently fired up like a champ, and God, I'm going to cross my fingers that continues to be the case. Imagine is back in the chat as well. Part 2. Yes, indeed. This is part 2. You are encouraged to watch the entire run of part 1, including the 5.5 hour stream I did because I thought the game was almost over. And we came back the next day and did another hour and a half. Oh my God, that was the longest. But you know what? You know what convinced me to buy this? It was on sale. That's the honest answer. But number 2 was the retarded ending dance routine that they did, where all the characters came back and they were happy, and I'm getting verklempt again. It made me cry for the characters. I'm turning into a weepy old man, let me tell you what. But this, no wonder it was such a highly recommended game. It was very well done. It was challenging enough for what it was, and you really gave a damn about the characters. You really wanted to see them get a happy ending, and we did. And then they came back into the little dance routine, and it was beautiful. And I might have cried a little. What do we got here? Yona says, here for it. Sharing now. Love the ending. No, it was fantastic. Let me tell you how great the game is and not play it. Let's get on with this here. This episode brought to you in part by Dreamscapes, episode 209. Full video dropped all over the weekend on Rumble and YouTube. Of course, audio only. MP3 went live 10 a.m. on Friday. So if you just can't wait to listen to the latest episode of Dreamscapes, and who would blame you, you can get that a day early in audio only format at benjamindreamwizard.com. But of course, the full video is live on Rumble and YouTube. The episode title is The Weeping Degree. What the hell does that mean? Why did I choose that title? You're going to have to watch the episode to find out. That is very often one of the easiest mysteries to solve, as I am attempting to solve the mystery of a guest's dreams. Okay, moving on. That's that. This episode also brought to you in part by, speaking of mysteries, wow. Here's a synchronicity, just blow my mind. The mystery of the episode title, The Mystery of Dreams, and we're playing a mystery visual novel game where they're trying to solve more crimes, just like the first one. Why do these things happen? I believe magic is real, and we're witnessing it happen live in real time right now. Yes, I am a crazy person on the internet who actually thinks he's a wizard. I've got more information on that coming soon. But for now, The Mystery of Dreams, it is an explicitly Christian perspective on dream interpretation, how to discern divine dreams sent by God from delusions sent to deceive by the devil. And it's fascinating. It's very highly biblically referenced. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to pick up this book and go, this is not a Christian book. This is absolutely a Christian book, which is fine by me. I don't, what do I say? Why would I say it's fine by me? What I mean is I sample every tradition to get the broadest possible understanding. I want to know everything anyone has ever said on the subject, because I want to be, someday I would hope to be, I suppose, kind of a world's foremost leading expert on dream interpretation. That day is not today. I am but a wizard in training. But that includes understanding different cultural perspectives. This one, Christian. I've got the latest book I released, book 18, includes reference to Muslim dream interpretation. I'm not a hardcore believer in either system, but I want to know what they said and how they got to their conclusions. And I roll in the useful stuff to my own eclectic approach, etc., etc. This book right here, available and more at BenjaminTheDreamWizard.com. Click on the books tab. Don't scroll down too far. It's right near the top, and just follow that Amazon link right there, and you are good to go. I also released a brand new AI radio track that is at Real AI Radio on Rumble, YouTube, and X. This one is called Thanksgiving, and it is by the poet Edgar Albert Guest. Please ignore the typo. I don't think I'm ever going to fix it. They're just like, whatever. It is what it is. Hey, look at, even a wizard makes mistakes. I am, of course, a wizard and not a saint. Apparently, I should slow down and edit more carefully in the future. This song is done in a rather southern rock style, and I have it on good authority that it is an absolute banger. People love it, and you should check it out as well. So I hope you do. Of course, new releases every Friday on my at Real AI Radio channel on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Next up here, we are still drinking whiskey because I'm lazy as hell. After this game, I have one. So this game's probably going to take us about a month, and we're going to be deep into December. I have a game I've been waiting to play, and it is very much it's a game that feels like Christmas to me. And you'll understand why when we get there. I will not remember I said that, I don't think, at this time, but it seems like the appropriate season to play that game. So I already have the next game scheduled. Sorry. I swear, after that, we'll throw it wide open. I'll let you guys look at my entire catalog. You can pick anything you want, and we'll make it audience choice. Let me catch up here. Please like the stream, everybody. Yeah, if you're watching, smash that like button. I appreciate it. Imagine says, never thought you would play this type of game. I thought you liked games like Death Stranding, but I'm staying for this entire run. I was not a visual novel person at all until I played Doki Doki Literature Club. Just because people were raving about it, said you have to experience it, and they absolutely refused to say anything about it. That intrigued me. I liked it, and it was an experience. Actually got a bunch of viewers from that one where people were like, this is a blind playthrough? You're playing for the first time? Like, yes, sir. Let's see what happens. And they're like, oh, I'm so jealous. You get to experience it. And then, of course, at the very end, I had to resort to spoilers to figure out how to finish the game. I was never going to figure that out on my own, but I don't mind. I will let 10 years go by, let everyone else figure out all the secrets, and then if I get stuck, I can go to their cheat sheets. I appreciate that. Doki Doki, indeed. And then that one gave me the idea, hey, maybe these visual novels are actually fun. Maybe it is an interesting experience that I will enjoy and that the audience seems to like. So I tried the Somnium Files. And before I'd even finished the game, we're going to talk for 15 minutes before I play anything. Sorry. No, it's only been 10 minutes so far. This is the shortest intro ever. Before I'd even finished the Somnium Files, I started looking up, okay, what are the top rated visual novels of all time? And I've already bought like half of them, and I've got the other half sitting on my list waiting. So we will be returning to visual novels very frequently on this channel. And by that, I mean at least 3 times a year, probably. I like to change it up. I'll play a platformer. I'll play a first-person shooter. I'll play, scary games during Halloween, all that good stuff. All right, but let's get this done and get into the game. I'm actually excited to get started here. So, as usual, this is the part of the show where I tell you to go to BenjaminTheDreamWizard.locals.com, where you can get a whole smattering, perhaps even a smattering and a half of prior recipes. Yes, I used to make recipes for each and every game, custom cocktails themed it was a lot of work, themed to the game and the content, and named appropriately after the characters or the content of the game, that kind of thing. And now I'm just drinking straight whiskey because it is delicious. But you can get the recipe for the DreamWizard's Fireball Cider and many more at benjaminthedreamwizard.locals.com. And if you have a beverage of your own ready to hand, you would like to raise a glass along with me, please do so now as we recite the toast. Here we go. Ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit. Nostrovia. Kanpai. Salud. Cheers to you. And here's mud in your eye. All right. And, of course, the cracking of the can of generic Diet Lemon Lime Soda, because whiskey burns. As much as I love the taste, I got to wash it down with something. Imagine says, I'm pumped to see the catalog of games we get to choose from. Yeah, and I like the idea that I would like the audience to pick. At some point, I've got enough viewers that people start buying me games because they want to see me play it. I will do that. I'm not asking anyone to do that. I will never ask anyone to do that. But I think it will eventually happen spontaneously. That's what I'm looking for. Or hoping might occur someday in the near future. And then, yeah, it's like, hey, user XYZ bought a game and we're going to play it. Here we go. By special request. I was going to say, you can see on the screen right there, I don't know how well you can read them, but this is my, gotta get the right mouse. This is my Steam. You're looking at it right here. This category is all the games installed locally. I got 7 Days to Die, one of my favorites I want to come back to. Age of Empires, I like the remake, so I bought it for like $5. Somnium Files. I have not uninstalled Left 4 Dead 2 since like 2009. That has always been on my machine. I've got this one called Nightingale. That is a very interesting kind of steampunk meets 19th century fairy mythology, portals to alternate worlds. Very interesting. You can find my run of this game in the not too distant past. There's a custom playlist on the YouTube channel to make it easier to find. But this next category, literally entitled Next, is all the other games I've got waiting to show you guys at some point. Speaking of visual novels, we got Clannad. We've got Dangan Ranpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, also very highly rated. We've got probably the #1 rated visual novel of all time, The House in Fata Morgana. Other ones such as Lucy, The Eternity She Wished For, the entire trilogy of Phoenix, Wright, Ace Attorney, and those are just the visual novels. We got a bunch of other stuff, and you're always welcome to recommend more. I'll check them out. And so, yeah, I'll throw it wide open and let people pick whatever they want at some point in the future. Not this game, not the next one, sometime early or mid to late January is when we're going to get there. So, all right, let's do this. Let's get into the game here. That is the longest opening ever, 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Hopefully you didn't show up to hear me jibber jabber, but to play games. So, for the first time ever, opening the Somnium Files nirvanA initiative. Let's go. What's going to happen? I'm still terrified of, let's set some options. Of course, that's what we got to do. Oh, wow. Yeah. 1920 by 1080 full screen. Yes, please. And his VSync, and his Tropic filter. I don't know what any of these do. Okay. Close. Hopefully that will be beautiful. Launch. Oh, please tell me I didn't break it. Imagine says Dying Light 2 is on the list. Absolutely. Yeah, you can even request that one if that's the one you most want to see me play. Although I think I'm going to save it for next year during Halloween. That seems a perfect Halloween game, doesn't it? Alrighty. Oh, maybe I haven't bought it yet. No, I did. I bought Dying Light 2. I did not buy Dying Light the Beast, although that's on my list. New game, start from the beginning. Here we go. I also have no diagram, no schematic. I'm playing just with the controller, and I love that the most. I don't have to write down any instructions. It should be obvious as we go. It'll tell me what buttons to push. This music is really loud. Start the game with this text. It cannot be changed later. Yes. We are definitely playing in English. Investigation QuickTime events. We are putting it on story mode. You're goddamn right. Somnium difficulty is also story mode. Because I am not looking for challenge. I'm looking for a story. Start with this difficulty. Yes. Would you please take me to the audio options where I can turn this down? Good Lord, that was painfully loud. This game features autosave. This story is a work of fiction, you don't say. Or maybe you do. (2/10) A Strange Tale. Converge Chapter 0. I knew they were going to jump right in. I knew it. It's going to be really loud, too. I'm going to have to figure out who doesn't like bouncy game show music?
Where am I?
Oh, are we going to set it on auto?
You okay, Ryuki?
Ryuki. Is that the little friend that was in love with the girl? Ryuki? Was that his name, right? The otaku boy? I mean, everyone's older now. They've all grown up. I'd like to set it on automatically move forward, but it's not giving me that option yet.
All right, let's keep going. Next question. In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
Damn, my knowledge of Indian mythology is woefully insufficient. I know maybe a half dozen of the major gods, and I couldn't name them off the top of my head. But that is an area of dream interpretation I need to get into. What does Indian mythology say in their holy books? Yeah, let's view the tutorial. Investigation. Inspect people and objects to progress the story. You can freely move the cursor and the camera. First, look around the set and the cursor... first look around and set the cursor on objects that interest you. There we go. Auto is right button. Auto is selected. Let's look at the boss. Actually, let's go to the menu. Hold on. Is there anything I can do about this music? Access many functions such as file, flowchart, and options from this menu. This game has autosave, but you can also save the game whenever you want. That is the way all games should be made, in my opinion. If you want to exit the game, you can go back to the title screen from the top menu located on the bottom left. All right, let's go to options. Background music. Oh, that is way too soft. We'll turn that back up. Tama's room. This is Tama's room. You can communicate with Tama, ask for life advice, and dress her in different clothes. Alrighty then.
You missed me so much.
Hey,
I can see it in your face.
Tama. How you doing? Let's talk about something normal for once. Can I dress her up? Let's dress her up. What is happening here? You can change the outfit here. The outfit will be applied in cleared chapters. Interesting. Imagine says, Gooner Sim. I mean, not really. Just this part. And you say that like there's something wrong with being a gooner. Maybe there is. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Different outfits, yada, yada. Probably not. Certainly not something I'm going to work to unlock. If it happens, maybe I'll play with it. 90% chance I forget this option even exists.
I will wear anything. I don't mind taking it off either.
All right, we're doing this. You don't have a costume for this category. She said she would take it off. I was gonna make her prove it. How do we okay? I mean, seriously, how do I okay? How do I get out of it? Oh, here we go. All right, let's just leave this menu. I don't really want to be here. I don't know how I got there in the first place. I want options. I don't want whatever she is doing. Options. Okay, we're gonna try SFX volume. Oh my God. It brings me back here every time.
Standing there.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to be in this menu. Am I hitting the wrong buttons to select options? Isn't it A and B to... It keeps moving me to Tama's room. I don't want to be there. It did it again. Why is it doing this?
Wow, I like.
I don't want to be in Tama's room. Okay. That background noise is probably totally sufficient. I want voice volume. Now let's just turn it down. Let's turn it down a little bit more. It's going to throw me back into this girl's room again after every time I change the option. No, just leave. Goonersim, what did I say? Lore? I don't know, lore? Maybe, is there a lore reason we keep getting thrown into her room every time I change the options? Okay. First person camera speed, font size display. We're going to make it large. No, we're going to leave it alone. Let's leave it alone. It's fine. Display type, letter by letter, display all. Yeah. Skip type, high speed. High speed or skip? I don't know what that means. Skip first time seen, on or off. Brightness seems fine. Voice is English. Investigation, Somnium, all of the above. I think we're fine. We're gonna turn down the SFX volume just a little bit. And that's
you have
okay.
the privilege of...
I got the privilege of... Now you're officially annoying and I never want to hear from you again. I think that's good enough. Let's go back to the game. All right. We're going to interact with the boss. Where am I?
What? You're joking, right? What are you talking about?
What do you guys think about that music? I think I'm going to turn the music down a little bit more. Maybe I should turn the voice up. Talking might solve things. I mean, no. Stop displaying this notification. No. Oh, I meant yes. All right, options. Still, it sounds like the music is too loud for the voices. Hello, Tama. I don't want to talk to you right now. Oh, that's going to get annoying fast. Let's turn up the voice acting. All right. All right. Maybe that'll do it. All right, let's have the boss. Oh, Imagine says, what is Dolor? Boy, it is inexplicable. There's a lot of characters and a lot of action. If you don't want to watch my entire run of the Somnium Files, which is like 30 hours or some such, you might have to look it up. Boss is our boss. We are detectives at some kind of agency in a near future where AI technology exists and certain other things, but everything else is pretty much the same. It's kind of an alternate near future history, for all the sense that makes. And it's okay to be confused right now. Just kind of let it happen. Just relax and accept the string, as Harvey Firestein would say. Boss, what am I doing here?
Just press the button already. You see that button on the table, right? Push it and you get to answer the question.
That is a much better mix of music to being able to hear what the hell people are saying. We're going to turn this down like just a smidge. Welcome to day one of DreamWizard Plays a brand new game where it is significantly eaten up with dialing in options. Yeah. Imagine says, is this whole run just a game show? Oh, no. No. This is so much more. It's going to take us all over the place. This is just the opening scene. We've been thrown into a game show. We have no idea why we're here. The first mystery has been laid on our plate to solve. Yeah, no. And we're spending way too much time in this scene because I'm messing with options and doing way too much talking. So let's keep going. Boss, hey, tell me, what is the question again?
In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? If you know the answer, spit it out.
She's not a tsundere, she's a tsun, let me tell you. All right, so we can also look around at people and things. There are other contestants. There's a big monitor. It is indeed a big monitor. There's a sign. The sign says, well, it's just a sign. All right. There is a host. Who are you?
You feeling all right there, Mr. Ryuki?
Why do you look like that?
Look like what?
Can I hear the question again? This is stupid. I don't need to hear it, but we're going to do it anyway.
How about this? I'll repeat the question for you, okay?
Yes, that's
In
what I
Indian
asked.
mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? Now remember, the other teams can press their buttons too if they know the answer. It's that button right on top of your table.
Is that a clue? Should I push the button on my table? We can look all the way around. There's a door. Can I leave? I don't want to be here. There's lights, cameras, and action. A camera. All right. It seems like there is nothing we can do but push the button. I don't want to. I don't know the answer.
That's the answer button for the quiz. Why don't you press it?
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah. You'd better hurry, or the other teams are gonna answer before you.
Oh, Tama is not just a dress-up doll. She's our companion. And she's very attractive. I mean, should I push the button? I don't want to push it. I don't know the answer.
There we go. Team Popo was the quickest. And your answer is?
Answering the quiz. Place your cursor on the host and try answering the quiz questions. Oh boy. It is not a satyr. That is a Greek mythological figure. It is not a centaur, also a Greek mythological figure. It is not a date. That is a character from the previous game. It must be a Gandharva.
That is correct. The answer is Gandharva. Team Popo gets 10 points for the correct answer.
Good job, Ryuki. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's keep going then, shall we? Next question. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
What?
No, not you, Mr. Ryuki.
This question is for that person on the other side.
Who was that?
The person on the other side. I think they're breaking the fourth wall and talking directly to the player. I like that when it's done well. I have high hopes it is done well in this game. Why ask about that? I ask the host.
Hurry now, your answer, please.
This show.
This is the Face-to-Face Special, a 6-hour quiz show live stream marathon.
Oh God, 6
Have
hours.
you forgotten?
Can I hear the question again?
The question is whether or not you're familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings. Easy, right?
I mean, I guess we have to push the button. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I am familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings, but I wouldn't mind a refresher. I'm sure Yona remembers watching us play through that last time. And Imagine, do you want to hear about what happened during the last game? So you can it'll give you a synopsis, bring you up to speed. Sounds like you were asking for that. Yes. All right, let's do it.
Oh, and Team Popo presses the button. You must be ready to answer. But before you do, I want you to take this question very seriously. The new Cyclops serial killings, the incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out and murdered. Are you or are you not familiar with it?
This will determine if we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
But don't worry. Even if you don't know anything about it, it won't affect how you progress through this game.
Okay.
The Cyclops serial killings and what you're about to experience, they've got nothing to do with each other. Promise.
So please, just tell me honestly. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
Interesting. We are going to say no. Oh no! What is... Okay, which answer? Okay, now it confuses me. You would think if you want him to give us spoilers, that we should say, I am not familiar. Tell me the story. And if I tell him I am familiar, then he'll skip it. And it just flipped in my head. What if he's asking me, do you want to know spoilers for the first game? And I tell him, I am not familiar with that game, therefore I would like to not hear anything about it. And if I tell him I am familiar, he will go ahead and refresh my memory because it's not spoiling anything. I need help from the audience here. If you can beat me to it, look up what the results of each answer actually means, because I'm really confused right now. Tell me if you can beat me to it. I'm gonna give it a try here. All right, I'm typing in nirvanA Initiative. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops killings? Game show how to answer. Hopefully it's gonna let me know. Imagine says, so am I. Yeah, they don't really phrase that. To answer the quiz question, you can use the following answers. Question 1, who was shot? That's not it. Steam community quiz spoiler answers. Okay, hold on here. What do we got? I'm going to put it up here so it's easier to read it. 2 answers for the quiz at the start of the game to unlock spoilers for the first game in the series. Quiz. A or B. What is... If you haven't played the original, do not use these answers. It will spoil the original game. What? All right. All right, we're doing it again. I'm opening a different. A strange tale, blah blah blah. Case file synopsis, yada yada yada. First chapter of the game. Okay, face quiz enabling spoilers of the first game. During the opening scene, the mysterious game show host will ask questions directly to the player as part of the quiz. To answer these questions, determine whether this game will feature full spoilers for the events. The questions presented are as follows. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings? If you select I am, on the final day of the investigation, who was the one who got shot in the leg? If the previous question is answered correctly, it will ask you who was the culprit of the new Cyclops serial killings. To answer these, the answer to these questions can be found below. I mean, I guess it's going to prompt us. Okay, so now at least I understand it. If I tell them I am familiar, it will quiz me, literally, to give an answer proving that I actually played the game and I know the spoilers. And then later in the game, reference to those spoilers will be made, although it wouldn't ruin my ability to play the game if I didn't know. So I think I know what to do now. We're gonna do this here. All right, I'm gonna okay. Fucking 5 minutes later, just pardon my French. I am familiar.
Are you sure? Don't be lying now. Let's give you a simple test just to make sure.
They didn't make that easy.
The one who resolved the new Cyclops serial killings was Kaname Date of Abyss. On the final day of that investigation, someone was shot in the leg by the culprit. Who was that someone? No need to give me their last name. First name only, please.
Oh shit, Jonas says say no. Why? Did I fuck it up? I mean, basically, what I just read says if you prove that you do know the answers, then the game will later reference the events of the first game, including spoilers, whereas it will omit those spoilers. Wait a minute. Where are you getting this information that you get the answers wrong if you want to recap? I mean, it tells you don't have to know. Oh, fuck my life. Let me open that window as just on and read that again. Why they gotta make this? This is the first fucking challenge of the game. Can you understand the instructions? No, I cannot. Jonas says never mind. Yeah, let me open that page again. You got a good gut instinct. Do what you're doing, she says. I'm gonna double check my own assumptions about what we got going on here. Give me 2 seconds. Let me open that other page. I closed the page. Why did I close the page? I don't know. All right. The questions are as follows. With the questions properly answered, the game will change to feature new dialogue and new conversation prompts that may contain details about the events of the first game, such as the true nature of many characters and their pasts, and the final outcome of the culprit. Do note, however, that even with the spoilers disabled, the game will still include specific spoilers in regard to Mizuki and her family. So I think I was correct in my understanding. We're not going to get a recap. We're not going to get a recap at all. So, fuck my life. Why they got to make this stuff so difficult? Okay. Oh shit. Now I got to open this page again because they were giving me the answers. I can't remember who got shot in the leg. Do you remember? I'm looking up the damn. I would not do any good at quiz shows. Okay. Apparently, the person shot in the leg was Mizuki. Why does it give me 7? I guess it doesn't want you to know that the name of the person is exactly 6 letters long, so they give you 7 slots. Okay, this is make or break. Mizuki Daddy, right?
Oh, not
bad. Not bad,
You're
he
correct.
says.
But you could have just gotten lucky. How about we go for one more round?
One more round.
Who is the true culprit of the new Cyclops serial killings? Answer with just the first name again, please. Let's have it.
I only know this because I just looked it up. That guy's name was Saito. He was the son of the congressman guy, whose name I can't remember either. Fuck my life. Good thing this wasn't a real quiz show or something meaningful was on the line. And I am going to just double check the spelling. I wonder how forgiving they are if you misspell it a little. It is S-A-I. S-A-I-T-O. Saito. Yes. Here we go.
Wonderful! That's another right answer. Sorry for doubting you.
45
you really
minutes
do
in.
know about the new Cyclops
We're still in
killings.
this stupid game.
Oh, did you hear that sound? That means the next question will be the last. Are you ready?
I guess.
A precognitive dream is a dream that lets you see the future. But these precognitive dreams,
Are they really, truly real?
Here we go. Shit's getting crazy. Hey, I'll stay over here. We don't need to get closer to that guy. At all. Wasn't that delightful?
It can't be.
Oh no! We're back in Song of Saya. Oh no, boss! At least there's no blood. They probably took out the blood. Because Steam censors everything. Damn you, Lord Gaben. Mizuki! Oh, she was one of my favorite characters. It's tough to choose between Aiba, Kanamidate, and Mizuki.
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response. 3 o'clock, distance of 315 feet, in the middle row of seats.
Of course, Aiba's working with Mizuki. Oh, wait, where's... Fucking A. You see why I put it on story mode? I had to find the letter button A. Or button letter A. Letter A button? Fuck. Look at her go. Aiba's special moves. During the story, with the power of Aiba, you can gain special visual information. Right now, you can use zoom and night vision mode function. Select zoom NV icon to inspect the enemy in the audience. Excuse me. Well, where is it? Is it? It's got to be over here, right? Is it this person? Zoom NV, left button, squish.
Aiba, zoom in, night vision mode.
Roger that.
I think they even got the same voice actress. That's fantastic. X-ray.
Use the X-ray next.
Understood.
There it is. That appears to be a female character. I'm gonna
Found
say,
you.
or figure.
Who
rather.
is that?
Identity unknown. Judging from their figure, they appear to be female.
Called it.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? I bet that's it. Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know?
I was gonna
That's
say,
why other girls don't
I'm
like
too
me much.
cute. She says.
I'm fairly certain that has more to do with your personality. Mizuki, load Evolver with a stun grenade round. You should be able to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Got it.
Here we go. Oh, look at that cute little two-barrel Derringer.
Okay, it's ready.
I will display the aiming reticle. Take aim and pull the trigger.
On it.
Now, one of the worst mini games ever. Trying to chase a dot on the screen. Oh, fuck my life. Get over there. Okay, and then you have to pull the toggle.
What's with this girl?
So a stun round went off, and she got away anyway, I'll bet you.
Where did she go now?
Detecting the target's footsteps. They seem to be heading toward the stadium exit.
Can't let them get away.
Mizuki, wait. Even you won't be able to catch up to them. More importantly...
There's something there.
Yes.
Yona says, how old is she now? 15? I think this is actually 6 years later. I think she was 12 and now she is 18.
Hey, that's...
You recognize him?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's...
Was
the
that her?
left half of his body.
Was that her dad?
His name is Jin Furue.
Oh, never
I
mind.
remember it clearly. 6 years ago, at Studio Devaita. The... right half of his body.
Is missing. First it was eyeballs. Now it's the entire half a body. 6 years ago.
Ryuki, what's wrong? Pull yourself together.
Oh shit.
Boss, where am I?
Don't tell me you were sleeping. Who falls asleep in the middle of a live stream?
Chuckle, chuckle. We're gonna get a little review. I remember Moma, right? Momo?
Mr. Ryuki,
Whatever his name
you're
was.
working under boss, right? Boss, have you been giving him vacation time?
She's probably working him to the bone on his off hours, too.
I resent that. That is not true. I just have him scrape the stratum corneum off my heels every once in a while.
You.
Hey, Ryuki. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that Mr. Ryuki is awake, let's get back to it, shall we? Here we go, next question. Which Taoist symbol, shaped like interlocking black and white commas, represents the origin of all things?
Oh, come on. You know this one. Everybody in the audience knows this one.
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights!
Yeah, I'm on it.
Ruh-roh. Fray to free, it says. That's right, Moma and Yin Yang, absolutely. And there's Mizuki. That's what she looked like in the first game when she was 12. I don't know how to pause the game. I guess it's technically paused momentarily, but there was a button. Wasn't there a button for pausing things? Oh, it was probably X, but I can't use it until the menu pops up. Just thinking about the fact that Mizuki was 12 and that she was one of my favorite characters. It made me think of an old joke. It's like two things that mean the same thing but sound very different with the way they're said. If you're talking about a particular kid or whatever, you could say, oh, I love kids. But one thing you probably shouldn't say is, I love 12-year-olds. That's kind of means the same thing, but not at all. And it sounds really bad. That was, who was that guy? Dimitri Martin, I think he told that joke. That always struck me. You know, he's right. It's just some things, you can't say it that way. Let's get back in here. Imagine says, who are the main characters? Well, is Mizuki, Boss, and Ryuki, who I think was also from the first game, and now he's older, of course, too. Yona says, "Jeez," right? I love tasteless jokes, though. The more not offensive, but the jokes that make you go, "Oh, that's wrong." That's funny to me. Just jokes that are wrong. All right, what can we look at here? We can look at audience seats and exits and the field itself. Let's talk to the boss. Why are you here, boss?
You do know I'm the commander of Abyss, right?
Right, but that's why I'm asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago. The other half of the corpse.
At Studio DeVita.
And the HB case is still open, even after all this time. The reputation of the whole department hangs on this case.
By HB case, she is referring to the half-body serial killings. So named because the victims' bodies were cut in two. The culprit is known as Terror. Their identity is unknown. 6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves known, but we have yet to find any promising leads.
Speaking of things that sound the same but have different meanings, terror can be spelled T-E-A-R-E-R, as it is in this story, or it could be spelled terror, T-E-R-R-O-R, as in terrorist. Very interesting. Yona says to Imagine, there are a lot of characters. Don't worry about it if you don't know what's going on. You'll start recognizing people and the plot. You'll catch up. It's okay to be confused day one. I was, but by the end of it, you were like, I know who every one of these people is. I know their first and last name. I know their backstories. You're gonna become familiar with the characters. So it's okay not to know what. I think part of the fun is not knowing what's going on in the very beginning. You're like, what is this? It's such an intriguing mystery that the confusion is part of the fun. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Imagine says, I see. I think that's ISX. I see. Is there guns? Sort of. This is mostly talking, investigation. The gun part of the game is kind of what you saw during the scene with the sniper. Very few and far between, and not the most interesting part of the game. There are guns, as Yona says, but not much gunplay, indeed.
I already know that. You don't have to explain it.
So she says, the half-body serial killings. Exposition for the audience, of course. And Mizuki's like, she's showing us her usual charm. She's a little cranky sometimes. And I think that's her most charming quality. And I'm serious. Iba's trivia is across the top of the screen. Regarding terror, tear has two meanings. Tear, as in tears when you cry. The other is tear, meaning to rip something. The culprit of the HB case is more a reference to the latter. By adding an ER to the end of tear, we get terror. Are they explaining that for a Japanese audience? Is that why they added that? Because they may not get the joke in a way that the English audience does? Yona asks, how did Mizuki lose her eye? I am gonna bet she had her eye removed intentionally so that she could become an agent and work with Iba. I'm gonna guess it was not an accident. It was entirely intentional. That is my assumption. Calling it now. Imagine says Family Feud Anime Edition with a touch of Scooby-Doo. You're damn right. That is fantastic. Is this what it is, roughly? A lot of it, yeah. You may or may not, this may not be your speed. Speaking of speed, it moves along a lot faster when I talk less, and once I get a feel for the buttons, I'll do less talking and let the story unfold. So let's get back to the characters. That's a fair point. Talk to the boss. Will you let me investigate this case?
Of course not.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18, Mizuki. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
Nailed it.
But I barely even go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have any classes left.
Sakuba High? Really? A little on the nose.
The point is, you're still a student.
Then why did you let me join Abyss?
Because I thought you had potential as a sinker.
I assume your gargantuan strength and combat ability were a factor as well.
Yeah, buddy.
But you're basically still an intern.
One thing I will tell you from the first game is that, yeah, even as a 12-year-old, Mizuki could kick the shit out of most grown adult men. And that's why she would carry around a pipe, and now she has this kind of futuristic tech telescoping pipe. It's her signature weapon. You don't worry about her in physical altercations very much. So, moving on.
You've only been training for about a month. It's way too early to put you in the field.
She's got a point.
Why? What is it?
Oh,
Well,
shit. Can
I
we
was
talk
just
about
wondering if he
Date?
contacted you or anything.
Now, here's an interesting thing. That is what Date looked like in the first game, up to a certain point. And I don't want to tell you too much if you're going to watch it, but let's just say he doesn't look like that anymore.
I would have let you know right away if he did. Date was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
And has been missing ever since. Date's body was never recovered from the scene. Don't worry. I am positive it would take more than that to kill Kaname Date. I am certain he's at the Hot Springs District in Atami or someplace, spending his time in leisure.
If he is, I'd go down there and drown him in that boiling water myself.
So they're letting us know what's going on. The character we followed, the primary investigator and agent of Abyss from the first game, Kaname Date, is gone. He disappeared. And now we're following other characters. Now, that doesn't mean he won't return. Maybe. But if you thought you were coming back to follow Kaname Date again, nope, they're telling you a little bit different story. Boss, I want to be on this case no matter what.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Please, boss. I have to. This case is...
Yona says it's always 6 years. Yeah, it was 6 years in the first one, too. They've got a theme going. Why if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why ruin a good thing? They're gonna keep that pattern going.
Can you not give me the puppy dog eyes? You know I'm weak to the puppy dog eyes.
Oh, is she? Now that's a surprise. I think Boss comes across as rough, but she does have a heart of gold. And I guess it shouldn't surprise me. She's vulnerable to the puppy dog eyes. Oh, the fake crying. Get over yourself. Is she really going to let her?
Fine. But promise me one thing. Swear to me that you won't do anything dangerous or illegal, no matter what.
Yeah, I swear, I swear!
And one more thing. I am your superior. You should address me with a little more respect.
10-4, boss man. I read you loud and clear.
Okay, Boss
Do
Kun.
you?
Anything else? No. She's my boss. All right. They let you know when they've run out of things to say. What else do we got? I don't think we're going to waste...
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that has been bothering me.
What's this?
This is the field before law enforcement arrived. Notice anything peculiar?
No, nothing in particular.
The turf runs a considerable distance and is wet from the snow. If someone were to step on it, they would leave a trace. However...
Oh.
There aren't any footprints.
Indeed.
Then how did the body...
Unknown. Perhaps they descended from the sky, or rose up from the ground. Or... they teleported here.
Teleported?
Are they dropping hints? Is the absolutely most absurd answer the likely answer? That it was, in fact, teleported in? And we're dealing with some super science tech? That was part of the, not teleportation, but super science future tech the sync machine where you could enter someone's dreams to find clues to solve a mystery. That existed in the last game. Maybe a teleporter exists in this game. Imagine says, what would happen if it was launch codes? Madman gives her puppy dog eyes. Fine, but only a couple of countries. Yeah. Yeah. You would think she might say, no. That's ridiculous. At least I would hope so. Terrorist giving puppy dog eyes.
I was joking. Do not take it seriously.
Okay, now I think teleportation is the most likely answer. She's literally just said it was just a joke. Don't take it seriously. All right, anything else about the field? Nope. How about the... You never know what you need to look at, so we're just going to look at everything. There are empty seats. There are entrance and exit tunnels. There are detectives. Well, let's introduce myself to the detective.
I don't even have to ask about you. You're Mizuki Okira, 18 years old. A high schooler attending Sekiba High. The all-girls school, right? But Okira is your former name. You've been adopted by Date, if I remember correctly. You were at the studio when the other half of the corpse was found.
So I take it you were there too?
Yeah. Back then I was on the investigation team. Though you were 12 at the time, so I can't blame you for not remembering me. I heard you became a special agent at Abyss. That boss lady got her claws in you, huh? This little girl gets hired as an investigator. Huh. Guess they'll take anyone they can get. Times sure have changed.
Abyss is a particularly special organization. Mizuki was hired via what might be referred to as extra-legal measures.
Imagine says, have you watched Sword Art Online? I did, probably 10 years ago when it was new. It is on my master list of over 250, probably almost 300 anime that I am going to watch at some point. I'm still not done making my way through Ranma Half, and I actually haven't watched any episodes of Ranma Half in the last 3 days because I have been obsessed with writing my own books. A sci-fi fantasy crossover series that I've had in my head for 30 years, and it is finally falling into some kind of a coherent shape thanks to working with the Grok AI personal assistant. I'm having it document my voice dictation and draw up entire scenarios, modify information, distill a synthesis of information, find inconsistencies where I said one thing here, one thing there. It is a game changer. And I believe the future is going to belong to those who can learn how to best utilize the tool of artificial intelligence. And I'm doing that right now by trying to write a light novel series. I'm doing it. It is happening. I have essentially the entire first book complete. Not yet, but mapped out from opening scene to ending scene, all of the plot points and beats. I just need to make it readable, if that makes sense. So it's not just a description, it is an actual novel with spoken lines and action scenes, etc. No one is more surprised than I am, and that's been going on for about the past month or 3 weeks or so. It's amazing. Enough out of me. Yona says, yes, I have also watched Sword Art Online. Imagine says, the only people I know that have watched it is you guys. No one has watched it. Yeah, I bet among you're a bit younger, so among your friend group, it was probably came out before most of them were watching anime at all, and they've just never gone back to watch older stuff. Believe it or not, there's, well, the vast majority of the 250 plus anime I've got on my list that I will watch at some point. That's also happening. It's just very slow. Most of them, I never heard of them, and I've never seen them. And I've even got series on there that I'm going to rewatch because I haven't seen them in 10 or 15 years. Sword Art Online is one of those series. Continuing with talking to the detective, because you never know whose information is going to be relevant. And your name is?
What? You really don't know?
Humor me.
I'm Detective Ushidera, Special Investigations Office, MPD.
Do you know anything?
I should be asking you. You're the one who discovered the body, right?
What was she
you
doing
were
here?
also at the studio 6 years ago when the other half was found.
Isn't that interesting? That's a little convenient. That also suggests it's not accidental that she found the body, that she was at the studio. This is something connected to her personally.
Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
What are you trying to say?
Yona says, I forgot you rage quit the We Happy Few game. Yeah, apparently chapter 2 was not very well done, well crafted, and that first mission was just an absolute joke. Sneak into this place where there's a ton of people to acquire things that you can't get a hold of without being attacked and murdered by like 30 NPCs. What was that all about? What did they even want me to do? I didn't care. I didn't even want to look it up. I was just so done with the game. But apparently the first half of the game, the Arthur track, was really the best part of the game anyway. So we got a decent way through it. Fantastic high concept. I can see why it wasn't more popular though. I was really surprised, like, this is a good game. What happened? Well, it didn't have a strong finish. So that's unfortunate.
Why did you come here?
I got a Nile message. It said, HB Stadium.
Okay, and one of the there's a bit of rhyming here going on with the first game. One of the reason this character was at the location of another murder scene in the first game was that she received a Nile message that told her to come to the location where the body was, and now she's getting another message from someone else to go to a location where the body is. I see.
That could only be referring to the case 6 years ago, right?
The half-body serial killings.
I need to know more about that case. Changed my life. Forever. So that's why I came.
Oh, now we got Iba's trivia. Regarding Mizuki's smartphone, if it gets reception, I can connect to any network. I can make calls and send and receive messages on Nile, apparently a proprietary messaging service. Mizuki says, I don't want you to know about my private life. This is Iba talking, by the way. If I leave my eyes closed, you won't be able to see it, right, Iba? Which is why she carries her smartphone around. Why she still carries her smartphone around. Gotcha. There you go. I would like to oh, never mind. What else does this guy have to say? Any clues, right? Oh, well, no, let's finish that train of thought. See, you never know who you need to talk to. Why would I assume I need to talk to this guy in the background? He's just some random guy standing there. He's dressed a little differently than the other ones. He stands out as a likely person to speak with, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to everybody. This is definitely an investigation game. You're going to need to have the conversations with the people that have the information, and sometimes you got to figure out who that is. So, continuing, what about the Nile message?
Who sent the message?
I don't know. It was sent from an account that signed up with a fake name. Someone must have wanted me to discover the body.
Someone?
Maybe the culprit.
Why would the culprit do that to you?
I don't know.
There is one more thing we don't know. The masked woman who shot at us earlier. Who could this person of interest be? And why did she try to kill you?
A natural, not assumption, but a natural theory would be this would-be sniper assassin is the one that sent us the message to get us out on the field where she could take a shot at us. Another interesting thing, if you look really carefully, she's wearing that mask upside down. The mouth is on her forehead. That has got to be a significant factor, something. The mask means something. The reason that it's upside down, will it be turned over at some point during the game? Imagine says she looks like a bootleg Hatsume Miku. I see what you're saying with that. Definitely the hair color. Although Hatsume had the twin ponytails, and this one has a single braid, I think, or does she have a double braid? Let's find out. Oh no, ponytail. Well, let's look at the detective. He is a detective called Ushidera. Oh, there you go. Any leads, Mr. Ushidera?
Haven't found anything yet.
Ushidera-san.
Though there is something I didn't find that's particularly interesting.
The footprints.
Bingo. There isn't a single footprint on the field that doesn't belong to someone here. So just how did the culprit do it?
Interesting, in Japan, it seems that instead of saying bingo, they say bing bong, but it actually means the same thing. It means the bell has gone off. You have guessed correctly. And apparently we can keep asking him whether there are any leads. There isn't a trace of any disturbance on the field. So how did the body get here? Let's look at the evidence marker. Let's look at the body. X-ray,
Would you like to check the corpse with X-ray mode?
Yeah. It's unlikely, but maybe the right half of the body is buried in the ground.
You could simply flip the body over.
No way. I don't want to see that cut. Especially not down there.
In that case, how's this?
You gotta wonder if
Thanks. I see now.
if even the genitalia was perfectly bisected. If it was, that's a hell of a feat. If it wasn't, which half got more? I'm very curious now.
That body is definitely just the left half.
I will get the more shocking facts out of the way first. The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
What? 9 hours ago?
It is currently 9 o'clock, so that would mean he was killed around 12.
Wait. Hold on. 6 years ago,
Hold that thought. There's more. As you can see, the body was cut in two.
Imagine says, yeah, that hand placement, right?
There are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive.
Oh, that's awful. That's really awful.
definitely Jin Furoe.
Yeah. The same face we saw 6 years ago at Studio DeVita.
Okay,
Jin
wait
was
a minute.
young industrialist. He was quite famous.
Wait a minute.
And often made media appearances.
The time of death of this body was 9 hours ago. The other half of his body was found at the studio 6 years ago. We got a mystery there. I'm definitely thinking high-tech portals, maybe. What would cut a body in half? Sometimes if a portal opens up in the middle of a body, whatever's cutting through that plane of the portal will be sliced in two halves. So we're looking at time machines or some crazy stuff. How did a corpse get sent 6 years into the past? I would assume they've got the ability to show that a body was on ice for 6 years and then brought out and allowed to thaw. If that were the case, I think there's a way to know that, but maybe we just don't know it yet.
This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
Oh yeah, so I like to pause it a lot and talk. That's just the way it is. But at least I'm not talking over the voice actors. That said, I also like to offer my theories. I want to guess the ending, and I want to be wrong. I want all of my theories to make perfect sense, and the ending to be even more wild and amazing than I could have imagined. And it was for the first game. What that means is that they told a story so good that they led you to particular conclusions that were plausible, that you would have accepted as the conclusion, but they had something better for you, and that is the mark, in my opinion, of a truly good story. Imagine says, how does the corpse look like a baby's butt after that much time, even if on ice? Yeah, that's why I'm thinking he wasn't on ice. Yona says, I think it's another ice freezer scenario. That's what made me pause when I was saying that earlier, is that there was a situation where a corpse was on ice, but under those circumstances, we weren't certain at the time what it was. We were led to believe it was something, but I don't think samples had been taken and proven like, yes, this is or is not, because we eventually found out it wasn't. what we thought it was. So our initial assumption, or what we were led to believe about it, was a bit of stagecrafty misdirection. Oh, Jonas says, I think it is another ice freezer scenario. I don't think it is. I don't think they're going to hit us with that twice. And I think there were reasons why we were led to believe that in the first place. But you could be right. I want to hear all your theories, whether I agree or not. I don't know what else to do here. I mean, we can talk to the police officer. We can. Let's do this. I need a break. I got to go pee. I need to get fresh whiskey. We're going to save the game. Here we go. Save the current game. Yes, data is saved. And I'm going to leave it right there while I duck out for about 10 minutes. As per usual, during the break, there will be music made by me for you to enjoy. So please hang in there, or at least if you do step away, come on back in about 10 minutes and I'll see you on the other side.
Benjamin the DreamWizard wants to help you pierce the veil of night and shine the light of understanding upon the mystery of dreams. Every episode of his Dreamscapes program features real dreamers gifted with rare insight into their nocturnal visions. New Dreamscapes episodes appear every week on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and other video hosting platforms, as well as free audiobooks exploring the psychological principles which inform our dream experience, and much, much more. To join the Wizard as a guest, reach out across more than a dozen social media platforms and through the contact page at benjaminthedreamwizard.com, where you will also find the Wizard's growing catalog of historical dream literature available on Amazon, documenting the wisdom and wonder of exploration into the world of dreams over the past 2,000 years. That's Benjamin the Dream Wizard on YouTube and at benjaminthedreamwizard.com.
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. A robin redbreast in a cage puts all heaven in a rage. A dove house filled with doves and pigeons shudders hell through all its regions. A dog star that is master's gate predicts the ruin of the state. A horse misused upon the road calls to heaven for human blood. Each outcry of the hunted hare a fiber from the brain does tear. A skylark wounded in the wing, a cherubim does cease to sing. The game caught clipped and armed for fight, does the rising sun affright. From hell a human soul. The wild deer wandering here and there keeps the human soul from care. The lamb misused breeds public strife and yet forgives the butcher's knife. The bat that flits at close of eve has left the brain that won't believe. The owl that calls upon the night speaks the unbeliever's fright. He who shall hurt the little wren shall never be beloved by men. He who the ox to wrath has moved shall never be by woman loved. The wanton boy that kills the fly shall feel the spider's enmity. He who torments the chafer sprite weaves a bower in endless night. The caterpillar on the leaf repeats to thee thy mother's grief. Kill not the moth nor butterfly, for the last judgment draweth nigh. who shall train the horse to war shall never pass the polar bar. The beggar's dog and widow's cat, feed them and thou wilt grow fat. The gnat that sings his summer song, poison gets from slander's tongue. The poison of the snake and newt is the sweat of envy's foot. The poison of the honeybee is the artist's jealousy. The poison of the honeybee is the artist's jealousy. The poison of the honeybee is the artist's jealousy. The poison of the honeybee is the artist's jealousy.
Love is like the wild rose briar, friendship like the holly tree. The holly is dark when the rose briar blooms, but which will bloom most constantly? The wild rose briar is sweet in spring, its summer blossoms scent the air. Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the wild briar fair? Then scorn the silly rose wreath now, and deck thee with the holly sheen, that when December blights thy brow, he still may leave thy garland green. Then scorn the silly rose wreath now, and deck thee with the holly sheen, that when December blights thy brow, he still may leave thy garland. When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and that one talent which is death to hide, lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent, to serve there with my Maker and present my true account, lest he returning chide. Doth God exact a labor light deny? I fondly ask, but patience to prevent. That murmur soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts. Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is king. thousands at his bidding speed, and post or land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. Lodge with me useless, though my soul more bent to serve there with my maker and present my true account, lest he returning shine. Doth God exact a labor life deny? I fondly ask, but patience to prevent that murmur soon replies. God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts. Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and coast or land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand away.
When I consider how my light is spent, poetry by John Milton from 1673. 1673. Composition by yours truly at Wizard Benjamin. More music on YouTube, Rumble, and X at Real AI Radio. And we're done with that, and we're back to the show. There we go. All right, let's find out what else this mystery has in store for us. I hope everyone's returned. While I was gone or on my way out, Imagine said, Matt Pat could be his own chat on this. I like the rhyming scheme. I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Maybe there were typos. Okay. Let's ask, let's start off with a friendly greeting of a kind. Hey, aren't you cold?
Nah. The lining has heating wires in it, so I'm warm.
That's kind of nice.
Oh, thank you for the concern, though.
Right? Get on people's good side. Alan says, let's go, amigo. Hey, welcome, welcome. We are back to the Somnium Files Part 2, essentially. So, let's talk to this guy a little bit more here, Mr. Police Officer. Did you find anything?
Oh, no. I just started investigating, really.
Very interesting. This Japanese police detective has a bit of a Bronx accent, like he's out of New York. Find that odd. But hey, they want to make it interesting for us. About the body.
Weird though, isn't it? He got killed 6 years ago, but the body shows up now?
That is mighty strange. It is a cop from the local jurisdiction. It's telling us we don't have a lot of things we can click on here. I guess the holographic boundary line. What? Oh, wait, this guy, the inspector, of course. Hey, you, what's your name?
I have a bad feeling about this, but you really want to know my name?
Is it the same guy?
Then I'll tell you, but please don't forget it, okay?
Got it.
My name is Kagami.
It is!
Kagami, huh? Okay, I'll remember that.
We're gonna do it again. We are gonna do it again. Those of you who don't know why this is funny, maybe you'll find out. Let's ask some other questions first. Do you recognize the body?
Of course, ma'am. It's Jin Furroway. I don't think there's anyone in our generation who wouldn't recognize him. He was famous until he passed away. Well, even after he died.
And 6 years ago, I was part of that investigation too.
Were you at the studio by any chance?
You don't remember? We did talk for a bit.
Sorry, don't remember. You don't leave much of an impression. In a good way.
Callbacks are the best. What's your name again?
Mm-hmm. Here it comes. I knew this would happen.
Not only did you know it would happen, you were programmed with responses. By the way, what's with the ma'am?
Abyss is a high-level organization in the police department. You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really? But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
What's your name again?
I'll say it one more time. My name is Kagami.
So how's the investigation going?
I've finished gathering DNA samples. It's being sent to forensics now. I'm sure the results will be out shortly.
Can I get your name one more time?
I told you it's Kagami!
Come on. Really? What was that? I didn't quite hear you. I know his name already. I don't think I need to ask again. Ask it again! Ask it again. Ask it again.
What's your name again?
Give me a break.
Ooh, he's not going to let me ask again. Well, you got to do it. You got it. It made me go through that "there's nothing more to see here" screen 3 times to get to being able to ask him again. Now, does anyone else have anything else to say? Okay, let's go back to the corpse body and have a look at it.
As for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
Definitely a portal.
What do you mean?
Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade. It could not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
As I said, I do not know. The body was cut at the molecular level.
Time machine portal, I'm telling you.
There is hardly any blood left in the body. It could be speculated that the corpse was left with the cut section facing the ground. However, there are no traces of any blood flow on the ground. Therefore, it is clear that he was murdered at some other location.
Imagine gets it. He says, "My name is..."
6 years ago,
That's
Jim
how it
Furway's
feels.
body was discovered in Studio DeVita. And now, his left half was found here at the stadium. And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today.
That's a
Which
mystery.
means that half his body was alive very recently. What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying to figure this out.
Iba!
Iba?
Hold on, did Iba just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Iba, I missed you, girl. Let's talk to Iba. All right, let's speculate. What if Jin had a twin brother?
I looked into Jin Furway's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings.
All right, let's go with Yona's theory. What if the body was frozen? Because that happened in the first game.
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen.
Well,
That half-body was definitely alive until just recently.
here's the thing, though. No signs of him having been frozen doesn't mean he wasn't frozen with some other technique. A flash freezing liquid nitrogen thing that left no typical damage that you would find from being frozen by regular cold storage. Yona says, Iba! And then, interesting. Imagine says, what did I say? I called that. There you go. That's satisfying. That's part of the fun of these games. Like, when you can actually kind of guess what's going to happen, but I guarantee you, you could not have seen what was coming in the first game. Maybe you could have, but 99% chance no. And I don't think we're going to guess the resolution on this one. I think my theory of the time machine portal slicing him neatly in two is also going to be wrong, but that's my working theory at the moment. Based on what? Nothing. Just that I like the way it sounds. Imagine says Dr. Strange type of murder. Indeed. Let's ask Iba, what if the right and left half belong to different people?
I, of course, did consider it a possibility. But both faces match perfectly. The rest depends on the DNA results.
Iba, what if he was still alive? Just the left half.
What?
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
No, there are no traces of that. And, were you two being serious? You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two?
Yeah, even if we're going to assume futuristic sci-fi tech in a way, I don't think there's any way to keep someone alive in two halves like that. Even with the heart on the left half, that's not how the circulatory system works. That's not how the the liver is on one half and on the opposite side from the heart. So he would have had no liver. I mean, it's way too many medical complications for that. I'm thinking that's highly unlikely. Imagine says, this sounds like toddlers talking to a teenager. They're letting us get all the most...
I have no idea what's going on.
Most immediately guessable answers out of the way first. Okay, is it any of these? No. All right, good. Then it isn't a simple case. It isn't something we can say, close right now. We're going to have to play the game and get to the end and find out what the answer is.
But this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
6 years ago, I was 12. I obviously wasn't in Abyss then. I wasn't part of the investigation at all. I didn't know much about the case. I did see some of the investigation documents during my training. But the information there wasn't much better than the information on the internet, so I couldn't get the full picture.
Hey, Aiba. How much do you know about the HB serial killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same as yours. Due to the explosion 6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that point. And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
What about you, boss?
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time. I don't know anything other than what he reported.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
Now, she's probably cold. Look at those legs. I mean,
Aiba,
look at
where's
him.
Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Tama's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
Map and movement. Once you can move to a different area, map will be displayed in the bottom of the screen. Use map to open the map and choose a destination. And thank God they put all the explanations on the screen for me. And really, once the map starts flashing, there's nothing left to do here. You're ready to move on. Imagine says, if you look at the body, it's changing color. And why now? Well, it's green again. Can we look at it? Let's look at it again. His body was cut at the molecular level about 9 hours ago. And that's all it says. And we can x-ray it again. Right down the middle. All right. Yeah, but once map pops up, you're pretty much done. And I don't know about you guys, but an hour later, I'm ready to leave this investigation scene. Let's go see something different. Ooh, look at all these locations. Let's head out to Golden Yokocho. There we go. Imagine says, Dexter would be like a child trying candy for the first time at the scene. I bet he would. He'd be drooling. So now here we are 6 years ago back at this scene. And why does that dude have a square head? What the hell is going on with that? Here we are. Let's reframe this so you guys can see better. And we're going to start talking to people. Why are we here?
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
No, it's nothing.
Oh, we're back
Boss
to
was
Ryuki's
invited here by
perspective.
Ma, a host from Kabuki-cho. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun. But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something came up.
So in other words, he flaked on her.
Mama was a character from the first game. Mama was a man who like to cross-dress as a woman. So when they say ma and he, now you know.
Boss tried to go home, but the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find a replacement.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to.
Good, Tama. She's my AI, not yours, boss. Imagine says Ma still alive? Well, we don't know. Could be, could not be. Imagine says played Minecraft for too long. Possibly. I don't get the reference, but I'll take your word for it. Boss, who is in charge of this case?
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
Oh, great.
Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
I like Tama. I really like Tama. She's going to be the sexually suggestive / aggressive AI partner, teasing the awkward, shy, seemingly younger man. That's a fun dynamic in anime. I rather enjoy it. This is gonna be a hoot. Boss, about the body.
It's Jin Furue, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half?
That is what I would like to know. All right, let's look at some of the other folks here. We've got these kids. Iris, oh, I'm happy to see her too.
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November.
Okay, so this Ryuki guy is not the character I was thinking about from the first game. I don't remember what his name was. Apparently Ryuki is a completely new character. So, continuing.
You read the reports.
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
Tama's trivia. Oh, by the way, this case and the new Cyclops serial killings are not related, though that is just a hunch. Let's start off with, are you okay?
Does she look okay to you?
No.
I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
That's the pouty Mizuki we know and love. Iris, do you know the victim?
Teleportation.
That was my guess.
Body teleported here from a parallel world. Only half of his body was able to make it through.
All of these characters are fantastic. They have just lovable personalities through and through. Even Boss, even the grumpy detectives. You just want to care about these people. It's so well written and fascinating, fantastic voice acting.
That's why he was split in half.
But I'm saying it's not teleportation. It's a time portal. Because teleportation wouldn't take you 6 years in either direction, backwards or forwards. It's got to be a time travel portal.
Jeez.
But here they are nodding to my assumption right away. And it may still be correct, but now that they're putting it in the voice of a character, maybe not. Mizuki, what's your name, miss?
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why I've met her a few times before.
Like the time you carried Date home on your back after he had one too many rounds.
Oh, and by the way, you know, Golden Ochako is, Golden Okocho is where Mama's bar is. Mama runs a bar, and that would be why Ryuki went to Golden Okocho. By the way, where is Mr. Date?
I don't know. Not his guardian, you know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
She's a little jealous, but also finds his debauchery distasteful. Imagine says, I don't even want to picture what Ma looks like. Oh, you're gonna get to see him at some point. I'm pretty certain. Mizuki, do you know the victim?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
What are you doing?
What? Isn't it obvious? Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her calm down. When are you letting me leave anyway? That other detective said you still had questions you needed to ask. So
ask the damn questions, because right now you're just being annoying, she says. Her name is Mizuki Date. She's a 6th grader. Yeah, well, there you go. Let's ask questions. MoMA! His name.
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Ujisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Why not? Do you know the victim?
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this. Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
By the way, Iris has another name because she's an idol. That name is Tessa. Or Aset. Yes, she has 3 names. It was a whole thing. Anyway, Iris Sagan or Tessa. He's... MoMA is one of her biggest fans. He's a little ashamed of that he is an idol worshiper. But, you know, once you get to know Iris, it's hard not to like her. So, anyway. MoMA, who's that man sitting next to you?
Oh, you mean Shinpei.
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Was?
Yeah, he went clean. Left the life completely.
And where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
Some people just weren't cut out for the Yakuza lifestyle. And I got that kind of dry throat tickle again. Nothing to cough up, just feeling coughing. Here's this guy. Let's ask his name again. Oh, and probably the other guy with the mask on, down on the floor. I bet it's Kagami, right? Right? We're going to ask him too. And who are you, Mr. Detective?
We work in the same building and you don't know my name. Can't blame you, though. You're new.
Yona says he may know something. Yeah, Shinpei, he took off, so he may know something. I mean, he's someone we're going to need to track down and at least ask him, why did you leave? What do you know? Etc.
Metro PD, major crimes. Name's Ushidera.
And I think what we're meant to see on his face is, and in his hair, is someone originally of Okinawan descent. When there are dark-skinned characters in anime, very rarely is it a black person of any kind or brown person. What they consider dark-skinned is Okinawans from the south that have a slightly more tan baseline than other folks, say, from the north or the interior of Japan. Well, let me introduce myself.
Huh. I already know all about you.
He's a good detective.
No need to say it. Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Abyss last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
I would.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and Boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy. Yeah, boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
Boss is only about 30. We're in her early 30s. I mean, that's not that much of an age gap. Like I said, I would. But then again, I'm 50. So she's 20 years younger than me. And she's a cutie. Imagine says the detective acts like the same one from Lizzie Gordon's case. Oh, maybe, I don't know who that is. Lizzie Borden case. Gotcha. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he was modeled after that guy.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ryuki, when a man and a woman love each other very much...
She's going to sit him down and tell him the birds and the bees.
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
When a mommy and daddy are in love, they give each other a very special hug. All right, detective, any leads?
Unfortunately, nothing yet. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half-body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found. What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
No?
I mean, that's my assumption. Crossed over time and space. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Detective, you're my man. And this guy, Inspector. Hey, what's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I had a bad experience. I try not to tell people my name.
And I'll tell you instead. His name is Kagami.
Kagami, huh?
Huh? How did you know?
So, did you know the victim?
Jin Furue? Yes, of course I know about him. I actually follow him on Twitter. He cuts through all the BS of the modern world.
Twitter.
He's insightful, inspiring in a way.
He was inspiring. What was your name again?
Why does this keep happening? Is my name cursed or something?
Definitely cursed. So how's the investigation on the body going?
Well...
We get a cutscene almost.
You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
Look at her pipe
So?
on her backpack.
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
Nah.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Whatever. Man,
well, there you have it.
So, in other words, you don't have anything.
Let's talk to him again. Remind me one more time. What was your name again? That boy.
All I can do is laugh now.
Yes. That's one more time.
I told you, it's Kagami.
We're not done. I already know his name. I don't think I need to ask it again. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Oh, come on. I'm sure you actually remember.
Mimiga, was it? Oh, my mistake. It's Mimigawa, isn't it?
It's neither.
No need to shout, Kagami.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, they gotta snort. I love it. I don't know why that's so funny. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't laugh like that very often. The Kagami joke got me. And seeing it come back, it was just so nice to do it again. Imagine says, life-changing questions. Why do we say the birds and the bees? Do the birds eat the bees or swarm of bees kill the birds? Makes no sense. Well, one would assume, and that's a good question. I don't know the answer to, but I'm going to guess. It is because you can explain how bees reproduce and how birds reproduce by way of drawing analogy to human reproduction without getting into the nuts and bolts of how the nuts fit into the bolts, or vice versa. How the bolts fit into the nuts, which doesn't make any sense, but it does. Yeah. Which, oddly enough, does involve screwing. Moving on.
The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago. Today is February 10th, current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result.
Imagine says best answer yet. That's my guess. Look it up on the internet and say, why do they call it the birds and the bees? Why that particular term? And then give us the real answer.
Leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible. The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
Here's the other thing too, is that according to the graphical image we're looking at here on the screen, there's no staining of the clothing or the face. There's no, it's not as if the half a body was laying in a puddle of blood. It's a very clean half a corpse. Very interesting.
For example, something with zero thickness, like a 2D surface.
There's no such...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
Tama's trivia. So this is going to be a little hard to understand, so feel free to skip this if you'd like. Among scientific bonds, there is the intramolecular bond, which uses electrons to bond, and the intermolecular bond, which is bonding of molecules themselves. Intramolecular bonds are stronger than intermolecular bonds. So when something is cut in half, it is usually the intermolecular bond that is severed. However, Jin Furroway's body was severed at the intramolecular bond level. That's it for the science part. Please continue to enjoy the main story. That means that usually when you cut something, where the place where two atoms meet, that space between the atoms gets ripped apart. This cut the atoms themselves in half, separating electrons from the neutrons, from the positrons, from the nucleus, etc. Very interesting. That is a atomic level knife on a 2D plane, which can only be a portal, a field of no thickness, only height and width. Very interesting. Imagine says, I looked it up and everything you stated is the main answer. Oh, well, thank you very much. Okay, now I'm not going to take credit for that just because maybe I heard that somewhere. Also, it just makes sense. Then again, I am a wizard. And I may know things even I don't know that I know. But you got to stay humble. And some have said, in fact, that I am the most humble of all. What in the world happened yesterday at 6? Any other people? Let's talk to the police officer. So, how are you today?
It's all right now, because I am here!
Oh, God.
Half might! Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
Ooh. Okay, that is a reference to the anime. I can't remember the name right now. You know, All Might, right? The hero, My Hero Academia. Half Might. Okay, that's pretty clever. This game's gonna make me black out laughing, and you're gonna get to laugh at me while I go limp in the chair for a minute. Laughing does it more than anything.
You okay, Mr. Ryuki? I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind right now.
Tama's trivia. Ryuki can oftentimes, get weird like this. He isn't...
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere?
He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Okay, Ryuki is he's a man after my own heart. A little crazy. I like it. Any new intel, sir?
Please, don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yeah.
He's very busy up here. Very busy. He's a man of many thoughts. It's a police officer from this jurisdiction. Well, there we go. We have talked to everybody. So maybe oh, this guy. I forgot he was there. Dude, number one, what is with your square face? But first, let's start with your name.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andes Kameji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I'd never heard of him before. He must not be very good.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole.
What do you know about comedians?
I really like Tama. Come on, girl.
Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy. And here you are, just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've known Tama for more than half a year now, but I still have a hard time understanding what sets her off. I had no idea that was a sensitive subject. Okay, let's ask this guy, where am I again?
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki? This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
Imagine says, will there be fighting, or at least a verbal fight? I guarantee you there will. There will be some kind of fight that happens. There will be verbal altercations. A lot of this it's a bit of a slow burn. Things ramp up little by little. You start getting pieces of the story, but it's definitely an interactive visual novel. We're going to be doing a lot of reading and talking to people and listening. So if you're not in for this one, I don't blame you. It's not everybody's cup of tea. As you can see, I'm having a hell of a time. I remember all these characters. I'm enjoying them very much. There are kind of fight scenes. There are puzzles where you enter into people's dreams and they get pretty weird and you have to try and figure out how to solve them. So it's not just looking at crime scenes and talking to people, but that is a lot of it. So to be honest with you, we're conducting an investigation. We're trying to solve a mystery. So it's going to be a lot of this. Also, Imagine says Enda plays too much Minecraft. I don't know who that is, but I guess he really likes Minecraft, huh?
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
Why do you have a square head?
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared.
Tama's Trivia. Amabi TV is a live streaming internet service for PC and smartphone. The quiz show Faith to Face is one of the shows. It's a mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants.
I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world tuning in on the internet, is in shock right now.
Oh, you're talking about that guy. That's Komeji. He plays too much Minecraft, therefore he has a square head. That's a good answer. I should have put that together. You were a little too clever for me. Let's talk to Komeji again. Where's the staff of the show?
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
Tama's Trivia. Abyss is a high-level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and often have a hard time getting them to share information. This is all stuff that was revealed in the first game, so I'm glad they're catching us up. It's been over a month since I played the last game, and my memory is absolute crap. Swiss cheese for brains. So I'm amazed I remembered Kagami's name. And Mizuki, I had to be reminded. Who was Mizuki? I forgot she was shot in the leg. Of course she was. Now I remember it, but if you'd asked, well, they did ask me who was shot in the leg, I'd look it up. I had no idea. It's the man who was hosting the quiz show earlier, Andes Komeji. I want to ask him why his head is square. I really need to ask him directly. Are there just some people, is this like a visual gag in Japan. Like, some people are considered to have very square heads, so they gave this guy an exaggeratedly square head. Come on. All right, what's up with the podium? It was used by the host. There's a big monitor that is indeed a big monitor. The sign of the show, Faith to Face. I don't know what pun they think that is. What else do we got? We can look at the walls. We can look at the sign.
Fray to free?
What does that
Fray
even mean?
can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain. Free is self-explanatory.
To set free or release.
So the phrase could mean something like fight to set free.
Or fall apart to set yourself free, as in fall into two pieces. I want to know what's up with the what do they call it? A QR code. Has no one scanned the QR code yet?
What's with that QR code?
There we go.
The thing is, there seems to be an error in the Abyss communication system. We're having issues getting online.
What? Come on.
What? You got a problem with that?
No, not at all.
More information about the sign, apparently. Yona says it's a turn of phrase alluding to face. I gathered that much, or at least I said, well, gosh, that sounds a lot very similar to face. What's the faith reference? Are they making fun of people with a lisp? Faith to faith? I don't get it. I mean, if they were, that sounds like something the Japanese would do, because they nothing. It seems like nothing is off limits to them. Almost. And I, for one, think that's fantastic. Fight for freedom, huh? Or so the sign says. Hey, a monitor watching the contestants. What is this? Contestant seats. Anything else? Camera tripods. Big cameras. Door. Can we leave? A heavy door. We cannot leave. The caution tape, basically. Oh my God. Come on. It's so hard to control. I hate aiming at anything with my thumbs, but this game, it's really built for a controller. I don't even want to try to figure out what the keyboard controls are. Hey, there's a kettle pot on top of the long desk. Anything else to see if I turn the other way? Nope. What have we not investigated here? Do we need to talk to boss again? Momo Kumakura, indeed. Iris, Mizuki, boss, this guy. I want to ask him his name again. He's not going to let me. Back to the body, back to the sign, back to this guy. What am I missing? Oh, decorations. There are miscellaneous decorations hanging from the ceiling. There sure are. There's an officer, but they won't let me click on him. We have had this problem in the past. Oh, evidence markers. Where I just, for the life of me, cannot seem to figure out what I'm supposed to do. And it seems like I have literally interacted with everything in the environment. Is there something it looks like I might have missed? We'll just go around clicking on everything again. Can't click on the floor. An inspector, the sign, the officer. Look straight up. Yeah, I was doing that. This is as high as it goes. Good call, though. I mean, that's what I want. Even if I've already thought of what you told me, I'd rather you told me. Because there's a good chance I missed it. Something obvious. Huh. And this is as far down as I can look. We've looked at all the cameras. We've looked at all the people. We've looked at the podium. We've looked at the monitors, the sign, the body, the evidence markers, the contestant seats. Police officer. MoMA. We've looked at the door. The shelves. Anything to do with the shelves? Nope. Lights? Nope. Big Kamuda. Door. Look at all the planets. I'll do it again. The decorations appear to all be nothing except decorations. When you see the name of something pop up in green, you can interact with it. When you see it pop up gray, you've already done it. There are miscellaneous decorations hanging from the ceiling. Planets, bottom left. This is bottom left, as bottom as it gets. That's why I kept swinging the camera back and forth. Low pass. Table. Oh, table. Now that's everything. I've interacted with the table. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you have to interact with each individual cup? And this is the high pass. That's as high as I can go. Can't even get high enough to really Oh, lights. Okay. Turns out there is. Oh, it's always something more. Curtains. Are the curtains labeled? What do they want me to do? Oh, another officer that I can't interact with. Never mind. The spaceship and the planets are not individual items. There's nothing to interact with on the wall. This column is not an interactable object. What am I missing here? What am I missing? What do they want me to look at? Oh, you have to zoom in on the corpse face itself. Really? Really?
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition. Jin Furroway, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd. He's also an executive at several IT firms, consultation companies, investment firms, and advertising agencies. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online media. He's quite a successful author.
Getting to know her speaking style. Instead of various, she says various. She has a Z sounding as. Very interesting. More about the corpse face.
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me.
Let's look at that.
It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
Let's zoom in.
What's this?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region, near the back of his head. It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of traumatic subcutaneous hematoma.
Yep.
In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably. But I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself. And as you can clearly see, his cause of death was being split in half. There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive.
Well, let's look at the corpse face again. There's trace, but now I can't read it. The cat's in the way. Trace blunt force trauma on the back of Jin's head. It seems unrelated to the death, but what do we know? Now I got a cat who wants my attention. Sort of. She did. Ah, she's back. Oh, my baby girl. Hey. All right, we're going to need to look at that corpse head again. Let's get an x-ray going. Oh, no, it says there's more things you can do looking. There is not more. Let's get an x-ray.
What is it?
This might not be related to the case, but I just thought of something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
Do I have to? That's what they wanted me to figure out. It's always something you got to click on.
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root. Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed just recently.
Interesting.
Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
ViewCube? You mean...
Yes, the video streaming site.
Whose account does the channel belong to?
No idea. It was registered using an alias.
Okay. Open it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please open it?
That's better.
AI with an attitude. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, we got a video playing. What is it? That's creepy. Do not watch this video on acid. That'll be a bad trip. Okay, that happened.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Tama sounds genuinely concerned. Whoa, now shit's getting freaky. Watching that video makes you wig out. Oh, I love it. What the hell is happening? And he blacks out. Or whites out, apparently.
Hey, are you okay?
Apparently not.
Yeah, I'm fine.
One thing I like, though, is she's... I don't know if tsundere is the right term. That's, of course, the most popular, and one of the only ones I can remember is Deri and Yandere. Actually, Yandere's kind of my favorite. But it sounds like even though she's a bit cranky and maybe aggressive and sexually aggressive, she actually kind of cares about him, too. She's like, you know, wants to look after him. And when he's vulnerable, she doesn't mock him. She legit asks, are you all right? Yona says, she got spicy Valley Girl vibes. Absolutely. I like that spice. I do. Imagine asked, what happens if you actually scan the QR code with your phone? As in our phones in real life? I don't know. That might be interesting. That might be something fun to actually try. Get a screenshot and give it a go. I'm probably not going to bother just because I'm lazy. Primarily because I'm lazy. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but now I can't remember. Back to the show.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, and he's a very considerate fella. That's a good screenshot to grab, and then... I don't think it's a real QR code, though. I don't think it's big enough. I don't think it has enough pixels. It would be kind of cool if it did. Oh, and then the body blew up. What? Why was he smiling there? All right, we got a new mystery. Not only what happened to the body, but what just happened to the body? Why did it explode? Oh, and here we are, the opening credits. Finally, the opening credits. I want to see Tama interact with Aiba. And I want to know what Tama's acronym is. Now would have been the time for them to turn the music up a little bit, not have it set to like 110% since the very beginning, because that little brief intro could have used a little more volume, but I wasn't going to bother to pause it and turn it up. What happened was, oh, and of course now we're back 6 years later in the future.
It's Brahmin.
You are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
That was not the name of Mama's bar, so he didn't go to see Mama. But he did go to an entertainment district. And if he was 23 back then, that means he's 29, almost 30 now. That also means the boss is 36. Still young by my standards. Let's survey the scene just a tad before we talk to him. There is a blackboard menu recommending dishes, a Ganesha picture, which is one of the Indian gods I know. It's sounding to me like Indian gods or mythology is going to feature into the story. This is now the second reference we're getting, and I don't think it's accidental.
It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god. Ganesha is worshipped as the god of wealth, especially by merchants.
Not only wealth, many other aspects to Ganesha, but not an expert, couldn't tell you what they are. But I know that wealth wasn't the first thing that came to my mind. Nothing came to my mind, actually. But it was surprising that, it's the god of wealth also. What do we got? What's in the scenery here? Anything? There's a door. There's a house plant. There are posters and flyers, etc., etc. That seems to be as far as we can go. Are there lights? Can we interact with the lights? No. What do we got over here? We've got posters, a refrigerator with alcoholic beverages, liquor bottles, a large pot, the countertop, the kitchen, a walk-in freezer apparently. All right, it is a table, it is a mug, and now we've got a Ryuki. Let's talk to this boy here. He doesn't look like he's doing so good. Imagine says, the room is so zen. Also, X-ray and no signs of a bomb. We don't have an answer to that. The X-ray focused only on the head. The bomb could have been triggered to the first person who went to the QR code website, which the explosion occurred right after we watched the video. So there's something to that. Let's wake him up.
Come on, Ryuki. Wake up.
He says 5 more minutes, Mom. 5 more minutes.
Hey, I said wake up.
Hit him with a pipe.
Oh, look, a porno mag.
No way. That worked with Date.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to work on Ryuki. I suspect Date would have woken up instantly.
Indeed. Because a man's got to have hobbies and priorities.
Come on, big brother. Wake up. Wake up. If you don't hurry, you're gonna be late.
Oh, that actually kind of worked.
Nurse, pour some soy sauce on me, please.
What?
Right down the middle.
He didn't wake up for a porn mag because he was having a better dream already. I was gonna guess the younger sister Imoto-kun meme was not going to work on him. The angry older sister would, but maybe not. It seems he responded after all. Where's Jenny? Jenny? What is that? Let's see what the answer is.
They're gone.
Oh, he was drinking with other people.
I don't know. Maybe to the mirror world?
What?
Genny, being this man? Full name, Gen Ishiagane. I met him several times in the past when I was in Date's left eye socket.
Yeah, Genny is the owner of this fusion restaurant, Brahmin.
Oh.
He runs it all by himself without hiring any help. Where could he be? It's not like him to leave his customers like this.
I was just going to say he closed up shop for the night without actually closing up the shop. Just said, all right, you want to sleep here, kid? Go for it. And he took off, leaving the door unlocked. That seems unlikely. About the HB case.
Jin Furue's other half was found. The other side of his corpse. The one we couldn't find 6 years ago. The time of his death was around 12 o'clock today. What do you think that means?
He's drunk, girl. You just gotta take him home. Talk to him in the morning.
Answer me, Ryuki! You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Make it a sidebar, please.
Just what kind of dream is he having?
A nurse pouring soy sauce on him while he gets a haircut, apparently.
How should I know?
Should we try wink syncing?
Forget it. It'd just be a wasted battery.
What is a wink sync? We have a new technology. I love it. Imagine says, I call bull. Japanese version of Jason Voorhees, right? Very interesting. Who just wears masks in public like that? Is that a thing in Japan? I know there are some people like the writer of Mushoku Tensei who always wears a helmet, which appears to be the helmet from Goblin Slayer, interestingly enough, or I'm remembering the picture wrong. But he's basically adopted a fake name, a pseudonym, and wears a helmet to conceal his identity in photographs. And we don't know who Rifunote Muju something, I can't remember his name. Anyway, which is fine. If someone doesn't want to be famous, really, they're not interested in crowds of people following them around and knowing their face, demanding autographs, etc. Some people want fame until they get it and they realize they don't. Some people never wanted fame. I'm kind of one of those people. I don't really want to be famous. If you gave me a choice between rich and famous, I will take rich and anonymous. But I would not take famous and poor. That's usually infamous. That's usually if you do something really bad, people know your name, even though you're broke as a joke. But if I have to tolerate a little bit of fame to get the money, I guess I'll put up with it, some of it. But I'm also a recluse. Like this is as close as most people are ever going to get to me in their life. I don't want to talk to anyone. I certainly don't want to be face to face with people. Thank you for the invitation. I'm not coming to the party. Never, 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 never. All right, moving on. New technology. Wink syncing. What is that? I think we just gotta take him home.
Ryuki.
He's a mess.
Please, tell me about 6 years ago. I want to know all about what happened back then. The HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out where he is.
I'll take a double shochu curry shot.
Now she says maybe I can figure out where he is. She means Kaname Date, who she views as a big brother at the very least, possibly an uncle, a father figure in broad strokes, and he has disappeared. She doesn't know where he went. He didn't say anything. That seems a little odd. He takes in a 12-year-old girl because he genuinely cares about her and wants her to have a good life, and then just leaves without telling her where he's going, and he's been gone for almost 6 years. There's a mystery to solve there as well. What happened to Kaname Date?
This is futile, Mizuki.
Just take him home. He's drunk as
Ryuki's
a
blood
skunk.
alcohol level is 0.32%. He is quite intoxicated.
By the way, you are too drunk to drive at 0.08. That is 4 times the legal limit.
In fairness, the reason he's like this now is because of that incident. He had psychological issues before, but the events of the case deepened his condition.
It seems like Boss made a terrible mistake assigning this kid to work on the half-body killer case.
As you can see, he now spends his days drowning himself in alcohol.
So if we solve this case, we might be able to heal his trauma?
It's possible.
Oh, look at that. They're giving us another mission. They're giving us mysteries and people to help. I dig it. I dig it. I think the scene's got to almost be over, right?
Then it's all the more reason for him to help. For his own sake, too.
Doesn't really work that way with people that are a little broken. You'd think they'd be rational, but if they were rational, they wouldn't be broken. The brokenness very often messes with rationality. They don't see the need to do the obvious. Crawling into a bottle, not a good coping skill. Not recommended.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off. What will you do?
Let's not do that.
Isn't it obvious? I'll sync with him.
Oh, she is going to do it. All right, here's what we're going to do. it is quitting time. We're going to save it and we're going to sync with Ryuki next time. I'm kind of digging this music though. Okay, I've had enough to drink, so we're gonna end the stream here. Save the current game. Yes, data has been saved, and how? There we go. Finish the game. Return to the title screen. There we go. End game and return to title menu. Unsaved progress will be lost. Yes. And that brings us to the end of this episode of DreamWizard Plays The Somnium Files, nirvanA Initiative, Part 1. On your way out, if I made you laugh, if I made you cry, if you miss Kaname Date's one blue eye, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us tomorrow, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for the next thrilling adventure. The continuation of the Somnium Files, Part 2. Boy, this cat's like, I'm ready to eat now. I'll eat now, please. No, now. What I mean is now. In the meantime, in between time, I am the DreamWizard. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, my friends. Good night, everybody.